welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Corie. On my channel, I do a whole bunch of everything. I do makeup, beauty, lifestyle, as well as some teaching stuff since I am a teacher. Today we are doing a makeup tutorial on this green safari. Like, I'm definitely like jungle vibes today with my cardigan. I used the RawBeautyKristi at Forest Sight but with Colourpop palette, and I gotta tell you, those shadows are incredible. I really enjoyed working with them. If you want to know how I created this makeup look, just go ahead and keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. I really appreciate every single one of you who subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. And don't forget to leave me a comment telling me what you thought of this look and what you want to see from me in the future. So I'm going to be using RawBeautyKristi's palette at Forest Sight. Ooh, there's so many options. And I'm going to start with the shade Puffball and just use that as a transition shade. So I'm just gonna dip my fluffy brush in it and just start blending. And I'm gonna go pretty high with this color because I know I'm going to be dragging my color out this way. These are really pigmented shades. And now I'm gonna take this shade Chanterelle right next to it and just go right at the top just to kind of warm that up, give it a little bit of yellow depth. Just with the same brush. See how that just brightened up that eye? So I'm going to take a Sigma E25 brush, just kind of like it kind of looks like a MAC 217 brush. And I'm going to take the shade Fiddlehead, which is this kind of like mossy green shade down here. I'm just going to start building up that crease. I'm going to do kind of a halo eye today. And I'm going kind of above my crease because I really want you to be able to see the color. And I'm just gonna kind of drag it out towards the outside of my eye. So I'm just kind of exaggerating that crease. And then I'm gonna take that same shade and I'm gonna start dragging it down towards my lid, just kind of creating that outer V. So doing that dragging motion and then circular shapes. And I'm gonna do the same thing in here, but I'm gonna place it more on my eyeball, on that inner corner. Just making sure to meet it with that shade we dragged down the crease. And just making sure to leave that middle part of my eyelid bare. Then I'm gonna go back with that Chanterelle shade and just kind of buff out that top portion. We're gonna clean up this outer portion in a bit. I just wanted to really blow out that color. Now I'm going to take the same brush, but this time I'm gonna go in with the shade Emerald City, which is just a deeper green. But I'm gonna take Emerald City and I'm just going to deepen up that outer V portion and just keep this more focused in my crease rather than blowing it up. And I'm gonna take just a tiny little bit and then place that on my inner corner. So I'm actually going to take the PNW shade, which is actually a blue. I'm just going to place that on the center where we left that blank space. And mixed with those greens, it really pulls green, which I like. So I am going to now take the shade West Coast, and I am just going to pat that on the center of my lid and hopefully it sticks. So it's not sticking super great. I'm going to use a little bit of Too Faced glitter glue just on that center portion. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back with Emerald City and Fiddlehead and just kind of blend this out a little bit. Mostly Fiddlehead actually, that lighter green shade, just to blend it. And just kind of brush over that glitter that we just put down just to give it more of that green undertone. Okay, I'm gonna take my highlighter. You guys know I really love the Makeup Forever Profusion highlight in shade number 2. I'm gonna take that on just like a very small brush and I am going to place that on my brow bone. Alright, I am going to put on some Black Winged liner and I will be right back. Okay, I am also going to put on the Ardell Wispie lashes. Okay, now I'm going to just kind of mesh my lashes together with the fake ones with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. and kind of scrunch them together with a lash curler. Okay, I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just clean up this outer edge by dragging it up. Okay, I'm going to take a makeup brush, and I actually just bought a new one of my Becca Skin Love foundation. I really did love this foundation. So I went and bought another one. Well, I bought it online. And I'm just going to use a brush. I'm using the Real Techniques. What brush is this? The buffing brush. I'm not sure if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you do, you'd know that 2 days before Christmas, both me and my husband were diagnosed with COVID. And so also because of that, my skin has been, you know, hating me, hating life. There was this girl when I was in high school, and she kind of traumatized me because she was one of those she was one of those girls who was stunningly gorgeous, but she had very, very fair, pale skin. Stunningly beautiful. And she would always wear foundation or powder or something that was like 5 shades too dark for her, and it was very yellow toned. And so she looked orange, and she did not take it down her neck. I think if she had even taken it down her neck, it would have been infinitely better than how it turned out. But it's because of her that I always take my foundation down my neck. And I'm going to use my same brush with my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Concealer. Okay, frankly, my foundation is too orange for me right now too. Okay, so I went and got my sponge damp, and we're just going to pat that foundation into the skin, which is gonna make it look a little bit more seamless, a little bit less cakey, a little more luminous, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder and set my T-zone and underneath my eyes, just very lightly, because I want to keep that luminous finish to the skin. Okay, I want to finish up the under eye before I move on. So I'm going to take a mixture of Chanterelle and Puffball, these two light brown shades. I'm going to take a mixture of those two and run that on the lower lash line. So I'm taking a very fine brush to place that color, and then I'll blend it out. And then I'm just taking a tiny little bit of that green on the outer, like, very last bit of the lower lash line. Now I'm just going to blend that out with a fluffier brush. Okay, and the last thing that I want to do with the eyeshadow is I want to do some glitter on the inner corner. I want it to be a slightly different color, so I think what I'm going to do is I have this Urban Decay glitter. It's the heavy metal glitter in Midnight Cowboy, and it's kind of just like a silvery, it's just not as like yellow gold as this one. I'm just going to place that on the inner corner. So I'm pretty happy with how that glitter turned out. I think it really makes the inner eye pop. I'm going to put on my lower lash mascara, which is the Covergirl Lash Blast Fusion. You guys know I'm a creature of habit with certain products, and this is one, and my Better Than Sex Mascara, I just keep repurchasing it. Okay, let's move on to the skin. I'm gonna start with my Anastasia Tawny bronzer. You guys know I live and love. I'm gonna start on the temples. Personally though, I think I'm about done with this bronzer because it's been pulling more red on me lately than I would like. I'm just blending this out with a clean brush, and I'm gonna go over the top with another favorite. I'm almost out of this actually, the Milani Soleil Baked Bronzer. I just want this look to have very bronzy skin. For blush, I'm gonna use a tiny bit of Nars Deep Throat, like really just like barely tapping my brush in. And then going back with that Profusion highlight on the tops of my cheekbones, I'm using my beauty sponge to just tap that into the cheeks. If you don't look like the Tin Man, you're doing it wrong. I'm taking a brown liquid liner to put my freckles back on and blending it out with the sponge. It is time for lips, but before I do my lips, I'm going to use my Cover FX Dewy Setting Spray. I just used my Vive lip liner in Velvet Sands, Jamie Genevieve's brand. I love that lipstick, or that lip liner. I'm using just a tiny bit of MAC Whirl. And that is it for the makeup look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with how it came out actually. It was a little touch and go there for a minute when in the middle, but I think it turned out okay. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like and comment down below telling me if you liked it and also what makeup looks you'd like to see from me in the future. You guys are so awesome and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.